Hello, I'm Marian V1 and in this video, I'm going to give my opinion about these three issues, namely racial diverse, how technology changes, and importance of communication in the times of pandemic, particularly during lockdown. But first, we're gonna talk about racial diverse. Racial diversity is growing in many nations, often as a result in increased immigration. Interestingly enough, the world is a home for over 7 billion people, and there is a need to understand that it is a home to many different groups of people who share their own distinct characteristics. Understanding is an important start to make it less loaded than it already is. However, acts of discrimination is often seen, and this is an issue not to be slid under the rug. We have to acknowledge racial diversity. To do so, the first step toward the reduction of racism is to learn to accept and understand all individuals, whether they are from the same ethnicity as you or not. The benefits of valuing diversity and creating respectful and fair workplaces include increased employee engagement, heightened levels of workplace participation, and innovation due to diverse thinking. For that, we have to remember how much we all are in common, that we are more alike than we are different. Every day, each and every one of us can stand up against the racial prejudice and disrespectful attitudes. Racism thrives because the silence of the majority and their reluctance to stand up and be counted quietly condones it. Throughout, it helps dispel negative stereotypes and personal biases about different groups. In addition, cultural diversity helps us recognize and respect ways of being that are not necessarily our own, so that as we interact with others, we can build bridges to trust, respect, understanding across cultures. How technology changes. With an aim to make life better, humans develop technologies little by little. Nowadays, it has been visible that artificial intelligence is paving the way for easier grant of freedom to more hours of dreamed productivity. Although, what seems to be an open-handed is an allure of being a slave to over-dependency in technology. As we all know, minimal amount of spent time to do tasks have been made possible with the use of the latter. This great improvement as to compare in the past is amazingly contributing to the near future. However, one must understand that we should argue about these flaws. To consider, letting this overtake us is crucial. While it is constant that change is a part of everything, and most of us may be in great awe to what these technologies and gadgets may serve. But the truth is, too much dependence on technology has restricted the scope to flourish our creative and intellectual abilities. We are shifting to quantity from quality in terms of time, emotions, and relations. Our lives are getting trapped within technology, and we feel helpless without the support. Technology is like an elevator, it can take us to new heights as we desire, but we have to be ready to use the staircase as well in case it fails. Importance of communication in the times of pandemic, particularly during lockdown. Along with the technological developments, medium of communication also evolved and made a giant leap to everyone. The importance of communication was highlighted, especially when the worldwide health issue COVID-19 took over humanity for the past 2 years. In times of the lockdown, bringing relevant information and spreading awareness had saved a lot of lives. From this, different actions had been implemented, strictly followed, and in turn, provided a layer of security. Although, even in the middle of a crisis, access of information and false rumors appear, which is quite alarming. But still, communication paved the way for us to the safety. This is how important effective communication is. It solves and prevents further conflicts. Imagine, if those information didn't reach us in time, a lot of people would not know we are at risk. Wrong efforts can be done as well, with little to no knowledge about what we've been going through. Also, if the communication was not accurate, it would be not of use, and preventative measures won't be made. As a citizen, it is really important to be updated about what's happening around me. It is really important to check the source of information is reliable. Not only in times of pandemic, a lot of consequences will surely arise if communication has not been neglected. I have now come to the end of my presentation. In summary, I spoke about my opinion about racial diverse, how technology changes and importance of communication in the times of pandemic, particularly during lockdown. And that brings us to the end. I'd like to thank you for your time and attention today. Thank you so much for your interest and attention.